the strings.
What's up guys, welcome to part 2 of the all-wheel drive turbo K-Series Honda Civic build. And as you can see, we have a nice pretty engine all mounted up in there. Nice pretty mounts, turbo manifold, we got an intercooler mocked up. But we do have one issue. So if you follow me around underneath the car, how can you have an all-wheel drive Civic if you don't have a diff and axles in the back? So today we're gonna fix that. Just got back to the shop and pulled in these guys right here. Let them drive for a little bit. Went home and ate dinner with Jamie and the baby. But look at that, brand new diff. Not the axles though, because I think I could only use one of these axles. And when we were moving the diff around, they kind of popped out. So I need to bust this off. And I think I might try cutting and welding one to try to get it in. But yeah, a lot of people. I just did a quick Instagram live stream talking about this whole rear bolt-on setup. So this is the Hub City Performance setup. And you can see this is basically a bolt-on rear trailing arm, and it has a hub right there which goes into the axle, and then it has the bolt-on rear diff mount right here. So basically if you get under the car, the diff mount goes right here, the diff goes right there. Obviously we're gonna have to remove the gas tank, but these Civics, they don't have provisions for all-wheel drive, so you can't stick a shaft through that. So you have to basically, if people have done it before, and basically what they do is they get the stuff off of a Wago van. They take like a Wago van rear diff, and they take this EK rear diff, and they cut them up, and they weld them together, they make a jig, and that's how you get all-wheel drive stuff. But Hub City came out with this bolt-on kit, where basically just bolt it on. They did all the work for you. It's all nice and pretty. Came all nice and pretty painted, just like that. So I had to paint the other stuff to match. So really stoked on that stuff, but I guess moving forward, the only thing left to do is freaking bolt it on. So what we need to do is take out the gas tank and then take off these factory control arms, and we'll go over a little bit more stuff when we get started on that. Alright guys, so we got the whole factory rear lower control arms. You got the brakes just dangling like frickin' pinatas down here. So one of the things that we have to do, you can see I went ahead and bolted this up to the billet mount to the diff. One of the things that you actually have to do is right here, is you have to notch the subframe. So you basically have to go from like right here up to right there, and then go back down. So we're gonna call this Buenos Noches. Get that nice and cut out, and I think so. Basically, once we do that, then there's this bar that goes across the top. So this goes about in here somewhere, and there's actually supposed to be one more piece that actually bolts onto the front of the diff right here. So you can see this is bolted in the back, but we need a mount right here. There's supposed to be a plate, and I think that my kit was actually missing it. So I'm going to go ahead and text Justin about that. He'll probably just get one sent out to me tomorrow. But yeah, there's supposed to be like a little plate that bolts on right here, and then this basically just slips in right there, and then you actually weld. So that's the only piece that you actually have to weld, and then there's like 2 3-inch plates, and that is basically how you get it mounted up here. We might get impatient and just make our own. I mean, I don't think that would be too hard, but I'll talk to him tomorrow and see. But yeah, for the first thing, I'm just going to go ahead and get this notched out real quick, just so that we can actually get the diff and everything sitting up there in the right spot, and then bolt the lower control arms. So, Buenos Noches has arrived, and right here, this little piece, we have to kind of knock that up and give it a little bit more room for the diff. So this is one of my favorite tools, and so we're going to go ahead and kind of massage that up a little bit. So we have a rough mount of this thing right now. You can see, got the bolts going through right here for the control arm. There's these bolts that kind of sandwich this right here. There's actually 2 little holes in there, which is nice. There's one at the top and one right there. You can see that there's this bolt hole right here, and basically what happens is this goes through that. This kind of sandwiches in the middle, and then this goes in the trunk somewhere. Kind of adds a little bit more strength to it. And then you can see, obviously, it's bolted, those 2 right here. And then, so the next thing that we need to worry about is basically just bolting the diff. So you can see how much I basically had to cut the subframe right here. I need to cut it a little bit more on this side. I might actually, well, I mean, actually, I think maybe I didn't even have to cut it that much before. But we did have to cut a little hole for the vent line to go through. And so we'll have to, that's basically going to be in the trunk. And then you can see right here, I need to push the diff up just a little bit more, or not push the diff, push the little trunk lining up really good, or just a little bit more. You can see that freaking air hammer is a lifesaver. You can see how smooth that whole kind of transition is, but I'll basically just try to push it back a little bit more and level it out, and then I guess go from there. And I'll
reach at least another 1.5 inches.
Yeah, because I think this actually will go up a little bit. Or is that level?
Yeah, I think this bar's got to go above that whole thing, right? Because don't the holes go through the top? No,
the holes basically, they go like that. It goes like that. And then there's like a flat piece that goes straight out.
Oh, so the plate bolts to this. Yeah. This doesn't bolt to the top of this?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, because that...
So I don't think it'll be...
Yeah, because I say otherwise you got to go...
Yeah, that's pretty thick. So it's basically just a 1/4 inch piece of metal that goes off of that, and then it bolts to this. So... It should, yeah, and then you'll trim off the ends basically a little bit so you could get it up there to fit a little bit snug. Yeah, you can see I did install their drive shaft adapter, and then that goes freaking straight back.
That's some thick wall stuff.
Yeah, that's some
thick spur.
Some good stuff. So I guess a little bit more push. Just got the rear diff mounted all in there, got the lower control arms and the rear trailing arms. And yeah, you can see I did the spherical spherical bushings or the bearings right there, and so that'll be nice and solid. So basically this whole thing, yeah, that was like an upgrade.
Oh, wow, that's makes it way. Imagine trying to do that without it.
So then right here for the diff mount, you can see I have plenty of room. So basically what I'm going to do is just get a 1/4" steel plate and just drill it out to the bolt holes, extend it back a little bit, and put that plate basically right underneath it, and then just weld like a little plate right here. Same thing on the other side. And so I don't even think it's really a big deal that I guess that wasn't included. Normally, since I think they honestly probably just forgot to stick it in the box, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'll just run to Home Depot, grab a 1/4" plate, and get this thing basically finished up tomorrow as far as all that stuff getting welded. I might go ahead and pull it down after all that stuff, since we did do some cutting right here. I might try to box that in or something. The other thing is maybe just hit it with some like undercoating just to kind of make it all black again and nice and shiny and pretty. Obviously this stuff is super nice. I don't want to make it look make the car look bad. I mean, now this stuff just looks like brand new under here. But we'll finish that up tomorrow. Alright guys, so back at the shop today, and basically just gonna leave it where it's at. So I talked to Justin from Hub City Performance, and he actually has these other mounts that kind of mount in here, similar to this, but they basically have a bolt hole in them. So that you could actually mount the viscous coupler. You can see right there, there's these 2 bolt holes right there and there. So I basically called in, or I texted him actually, and I was like, hey, I think you guys left this thing out of the kit. He's like, okay, we'll get it sent out today. And then I asked him about the viscous coupler thing. He's like, all right, we'll send that out too. So since we're gonna be waiting for both those things anyhow, I figured we'll just leave this thing where it's at. But pretty much the all-wheel drive stuff is ready to go. I mean, I'm super freaking excited. I mean, look how cool that is. Freaking just bolt on all-wheel drive stuff. Like I said, I did a little bit of massaging up here, so all we have to do is put that plate once it comes in right there. I got the measurement for the drive shaft, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this video uploaded for you guys so you guys have something to watch, and then probably go drop off the drive shaft. The other thing that I'm kind of waiting on is some EX front spindles. I did get a Willwood big brake kit for the, not big brake kit, but a 4-piston brake kit for the front. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pick up some spindles. There's a guy locally that I actually got the sedan from that has some EX hubs in the front. So he said I could come grab them. So might try and grab those today as well. So just kind of a gathering parts day and stuff. Getting ready to fire. It's time to fire up the Portacool. I got the Mustang in the shop. I was trying to sell it to somebody. So if you guys think I should sell the Mustang and just move on to other things, just let me know. If not, my Saab got frickin' totaled by hail, so I thought about, just getting rid of the frickin' Saab and daily and the Mustang. So let me know what you guys think. The other thing is, I've been trying to sell the WRX for like 2 months now, and me and Ty, we've been kicking around the idea of a giveaway on it. So I did a little poll on my Instagram. That'll still be on there. If you're not following me on the Instagram at MotionAutoTv, be sure to go check that out. Yeah, go answer the poll on my Instagram story whether we should do a giveaway on the Subaru WRX. Obviously, a couple modifications, but I don't want to swamp you guys with giveaways or anything too. But I can't sell that thing, and we need some money for some freaking bigger projects and stuff. But I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe if you guys want to see some more stuff, and see you guys later.